Hi, we're the drums, and we're here at Lovebox in London. What kind of van is this? A Volkswagen? It's nice. I come from a long line of Volkswagen lovers, so I can fix anything under a hood of a Volkswagen, pre-1991. So I feel right at home. Yeah, Jacob too.
Yeah, this is our first time at Lovebox, and we just got here, so we don't really know what to think.
It's our first show in London in quite a while, actually. And London's, you know, obviously really special to us. It's kind of where it began for us in a lot of ways. So it's always good to come back here. There's some pretty big differences on our second record when you're comparing it to the first. I think the biggest difference is the second album is much more rooted in reality, sort of the here and now and a reflection of our lives. Whereas the first album, there were a few songs that were, you know, personally driven, but a lot of them were sort of these cinematic ideas, sort of these like over-romanticized, grand feelings, you know, we were trying to conjure up in these songs, and the new album is much more blunt and straightforward. So it's kind of refreshing to us. It feels new and exciting. It feels like we found ourselves as a band. On the first record, we were really obsessed with the structure of a pop song, kind of like the skeleton of it, how it was constructed, and every song had the exact same construction. And then we would sort of try to find room to put the heart into the song. And sometimes it worked, but sometimes I think the song suffered a little bit because we built the song first and then tried to put a feeling into it, versus the new album we started with a specific theme that, you know, every song on the album is very personal. So right there it's like very different, and then we constructed the song around that while still keeping a pop sensibility about it. But we kind of moved our perimeters ever so slightly to just kind of give way to the song rather than putting such demands on it, I guess. Well, you know, we can't get away from a heartbreak song if we tried. You know, there are songs that deal with, with religion. You know, Jacob and I grew up in extreme religious households. Mine much more. His parents are a little sweeter than mine were. So it deals with that a little bit, you know. Yeah, it's very autobiographical, really. We've referenced bands like the Smiths and Orange Juice and The Wake and bands like that from the UK. And I'm sure that those influences have carried over. But you know, it's not us trying to sound like another band. I think it's just we were born with the same sort of sensibilities, whereas we just love a beautiful melody, we love sensitivity, and we love sincerity. And you know, that's what makes a great pop song. And I think that's something we've learned even more with the second record. Yeah, it's very autobiographical, really. The first album really wasn't. The EP certainly was sort of a novelty in itself, you know, and we were going for that. So it's kind of the far end of the spectrum, you know.